Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Haritz. Good afternoon to all the participants of this online course. Selamat sore for our Indonesian friends and magandang hapon for our participants from the Philippines. It is my pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of our director for this first time online course that we are offering on videography in promoting biodiversity conservation. As what Mr. Harris said, we have been conducting a photo competition on biodiversity conservation for the past 4 years, but we now have this opportunity to maximize current technologies that we have right now, particularly among the youth who are very much in use of social media and also the hand phone, because hand phones have the capacity to also take video anywhere you go. So for this training course, we would really like to empower youth or students in high schools and senior and junior high schools to really be aware of the importance of conserving our biodiversity and also be able to be part of it in taking actions to help conserve our biodiversity. We believe that you have all activities also in your respective schools that are relevant into this matter of promoting our biodiversity. So we hope that you will religiously attend the training every Tuesday and Thursday, and we hope that you can learn a lot from this training course. Do not hesitate to ask questions if they are not so much not too clear from the lecturers. We encourage you to really open your mind and be creative on the way that you will be making your video later on as a requirement of our training course. We look forward to beautiful videos that you will produce, and the winning entries, we hope that we can show them during our conference. Can we have it on the conference? Because Biotrop, we will be having our international conference on tropical biology this coming September, and we do hope that the winning entries can be shown for all the conference participants to see how beautiful you have made them. And we will also be showing all these winning entries to the members of our governing board who comes from these 11 Southeast Asian countries of SIMIO. So with that, I hope you will enjoy the courses every Tuesday and Thursday, and we look forward to your active participation and really looking forward also for the video that you will produce. All the best, and on behalf of our director, once again, I now officially open this online workshop and competition on biodiversity conservation on the theme Promoting Biodiversity Conservation in Southeast Asia. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Pades. So, okay, now we will move on. Before we move on to our first session on biodiversity conservation, please allow me to give a short overview of what we will do and what will be covered in this workshop and the timeline for this competition.
So at this point, I will leave the session to Mr. Harris and our resource person here. So enjoy. I would please allow me to exit during this course for other meetings that I have in the office. Thank you very much.
Kasih Jess.
Yeah.
Terima kasih Pak Cis.
Okay, so we'll move on with our overview. So this is the title of our workshop, the online workshop and competition on biodiversity conservation video productions with the theme of promoting biodiversity conservation. Okay, and you can find our website and any information regarding this program at this link. www.biotrop.org/video contest. Okay, so this is the short highlight of what we will be talking about today. So about the workshop itself, the live sessions is not mandatory. It's not compulsory. So if student cannot join the WebEx meeting on schedule, we know that you have perhaps any classes or any other activities outside of this program. The student can view previous lecture from the video recording in the video contest website. So after this session, we have recorded this session, and after the session have finished, we will be uploading the recorded session to this website, so you can review it again later on. But even you can still watch the recorded session, we still highly encourage everyone to attend the live session, because when you attend the live session, you will have the chance to give a comment and question regarding the topics that will be covered in that day. And lastly, to get the certificate, this is the only requirement to get the certificate. So the team that have registered must be able to submit a short movie or documentary with the theme of promoting biodiversity conservation as the final assignment. So we won't count your live attendance or something like that, but we expect you to deliver this short movie or documentary before the deadline. Okay, so the background is why do we conduct this online workshop and competition? Because it is a Challange Biotrop's mission to provide scientific knowledge and build capacities of institutions and communities in conserving and managing tropical biology sustainably for the well-being of communities and the environment of Southeast Asia. And in line with that, we also have the needs for the appealing and impactful media to promote the biodiversity conservation, especially in Southeast Asia. The objective for this program, first one is to usher the greater public awareness and support biodiversity conservation efforts in Southeast Asia. And also, perhaps to explore biodiversity conservation concerns from the public's perspective that need more policy and research interventions and financial support from governments and development organizations. So we really hope that you can capture what is the biodiversity conservation in your area, the problem of biodiversity conservation in your area, or maybe the challenges, or maybe the potentials, and you can make a short movie or short documentary in that. And after this, we will have the session on biodiversity conservation. If you already have something in mind and you would like to directly consult it with our expert here, Pak Nyoto. And lastly, the objective is to provide the participants with the knowledge and techniques of creating basic video to promote tourist attractions, location, and events by making use of one of your available gadgets and equipment. So as of today, as of 9 August, we already have 30 teams or 130 participants, including students and the teachers from Indonesia and Philippines. And we will still open the registration until September, so you can still invite your friends or your colleagues. Okay, so this is the general guideline of the training process that we will do. So we have July as the promotion period, and we will have the training sessions, which is start today at 9 August until the 13th of August. And then we hope that you can submit your video, the completed video, before the 13th of September. Because as what Dr. Jess already mentioned, we will have our international conference on 20th of September, and we would like to show, to promote your video in that conference. And this is the training schedule. I have some mistake here. The training will start at 14 GMT plus 7, and it will be conducted every Thursday and Tuesday. So as you can see here, we are on our first week, course overview and orientation, and also biodiversity conservation. And the next week, we will start with the technical aspect of creating a video, starting from the reproduction process, the breakdown, video editing, etc. So this is the output that we hope that you can achieve, is to produce a short movie or documentary that can effectively promote biodiversity conservation. This is the assignment. That's what we have said. The team must have a short movie or documentary that promotes the biodiversity conservation and shoot 13 September 2018. And the movie will be uploaded to YouTube. And please list your description, crews, and credits and the resources that you use in the description section. And we will provide you with the submission link later on our website. This is the criteria for the judging later on. First one is the relevance to the theme. Of course, this is important aspect because it shows how well your video address the theme of promoting biodiversity conservation, and you can communicate the key concept clearly and have the potential big impact after the video has been published. And then the second one is the production quality of the video itself. How well is the video produced in regard of continuity, timing, visuals, camera operations, and quality, and editing, etc. And then creativity, 20%, is how well the video draw in the viewer and keep their attention. And these are the participant certificate. We have two kinds of certificate. First one is certificate of recognition. This will be given to the first, second, and third winner of this competition. And then certificate of completion. It will be given to all of the participants who have submitted their final assignment. And a certificate of appreciation will be given to all instructors and invited speakers. Okay, the prizes, yes. So this is the prizes for the winning team. The first prize will be $800 for the team. Second prize is $600, and the third prize is $400, including the certificate of recognition for the winning teams. Okay, I think this is the participating rules, which I already have covered in the code of conduct earlier, so you can to make sure that this training runs smoothly and with minimal disturbance. Okay, I think that's all from me. So perhaps before we move on to our next session, I would like to remind you, if you have any questions, you can always use the chat box facilities there to send the moderator your question, and we will relay later on to the presenter. Okay, so thank you. That's it for me. And perhaps we can continue with the presentation from Dr. Nyoto Santoso. So please, Dr. Nyoto Santoso.
Yes. Right. Okay, good afternoon all. My name is Santoso from Faculty of Forestry, Bogor, Agriculture University. Every day me is lecture in the order head of the Forest Resource Conservation and Ecotourism. Next one. Yes, I will explain about the biodiversity conservation. Include the situation and condition case in Indonesia. Yeah. Biodiversity is intrinsic value and its component have ecological, social, economic, scientific, educational, cultural, recreational, and aesthetic value. Biodiversity is estimated that to have contribute more or less $33 trillion to global economic scientists. Biological diversity means the variability among living organisms from all sources, including terrestrial, marine, and other ecosystem. This includes diversity within species, between species and ecosystem, as biodiversity, the foundation of healthy and functioning ecosystem, the fountain of opportunity for all people in the ASEAN country. Next one. Indonesia is an archipelago country, more or less 17,400 islands. It's very special place in the term of the global biodiversity. It is one of the world top 17 mega diversity countries, and it's actually the maritime country that boring and enormous concentration of life form per unit area, biologically richness in the world with 90% ecosystem, 90 ecosystem type from snow peak at Jawa Jaya, Papua, to deep sea ecosystem at Banda Sea. More than half of Indonesian biodiversity is found
Mun satahun na urang
as
neangan berarti
on Earth.
geus milik kurang.
Setahun atau 40 hari sih?
It
Satahun.
rank
Mun duit 100.000 geus sakuasa kitu.
Setahun kamarinya ya Tevin.
it rank as global priority on this area alone, with good reason for its diversity of culture. More or less 336 ethnic group. Flora more or less 4,030 species of flowering plant and 267 species of the high quality timber, 1,003 plant of the medicinal properties. And fauna more or less 877 species of the mammal, 2,590 species of the bird, 1,599 species of the reptile, and much more. It is indeed a microcosm. There are many more species that remain unknown to science, and the many species face one of the highest level of endangerment. What is biodiversity conservation? Any two component of the conservation. One is conservation and second is biodiversity. Conservation is how to manage, or conservation is management, which with action is save it, study and use it. Or the strategy is action is how to protect, how to preserve, and how to utilization. And biodiversity is consists of the three levels. One is genetic, second is species, and three is ecosystem. In the ASEAN country or in the world, especially in Indonesia, many tip of the ecosystem from the sea until the high mountain. This is from the seagrass, coral reef, mangrove, big forest until the mountain forest. And also variety of the ecosystem is make consequence is many species also, many genetic also. This is potential of the value of the biodiversity. This is also potential is to manage how to preserve of the all ecosystem species and genetic in the country, in every country. Yeah. Okay, Pak. Next, Pak. How biodiversity every country is state. Yeah. For example, in Indonesia, yeah, in Indonesia, content of two region. The first is from Oriental region and the second Australia region. In the world, any six region. One is Nearctic, yeah, in the north of the America. Neotropical region is in the south of the America. Ethiopian region is Africa. Palearctic region in the Europe and the Asia. Also, the South Asia is Oriental region. Also, the one is in Australia is Australian region. Indonesia contains two regions, Oriental region and Australian region. Because of that, biodiversity in Indonesia, part is from the Oriental and second part of the Australia. This is very specific. Okay, Pak. In Indonesia, especially in the west part west of the Indonesia is Sundaland region, and the middle is Walasian, and the east of the part of Indonesia is Australia. Next one. If in the picture, I will explain about the Walasian area. Yeah, Walasian area is between from the Sundaic or Oriental region and Austral region. Like the picture, this is the location is the Sulawesi Island, Lombok Island, Timor Island, Maluku Island, also the Ambon Seram Island. Yeah, this is Wallacea region. Next one. This is any three line, in the Wallacean. The first is Wallacea line, second is Weber line, and third is Lydekker line. Lydekker line is border in the east area from the flora and fauna of the Wallacea. Yeah, and Wallacea is border the west. West area from the influence of the Australian region, and Weber line and Lydekker line area distance of the between two line is variability diversity of the species is influence of the Australian and region of Sundaic or Oriental. Okay, Pak. Number of species diversity of fauna in Indonesia, for example, bacteria and algae, more or less 225 until 300 species. Mushroom, algae, moss, and so on and so on. This is the situation and of the data. Also, the mammal, bird, fish, also the invertebrata. More or less like the table, for example, bird, for example, minimum is 1,300 species, maximum is 1,600 species. Estimation is 9,200. Maybe any some species until now not yet identification. The name of the species. Every time, every year, every period of time, usually some researcher get new species. For example, in the Papua forest, many species of the plant and the bird also and the fauna not yet identification because the situation in the Papua maybe is majority is jungle forest atau jungle area. This is very important for the research if come in the Papua to research of the diversity of the plant and the fauna also. Okay, Pak. Diversity fauna in some country in the world, for example, Indonesia, Mexico, and so on and so on. Mammal diversity, for example, Indonesia, more or less 515. This is bigger, depend on the another country in the world. For example, the Mexico only 449, Brazil 428, and the bird, for example, Indonesia more or less 1,050, 134. Brazil is bigger, 1,622, and so on and so on. Reptile, for example, Indonesia have 511. In Mexico, bigger, 770, and so on. Next part. Diversity fauna and flora in Indonesia. This is in Sumatra, Java, Kalimantan, Sulawesi, and the Papua. In Sumatra, for example, plant is 820. Java is 630. Kalimantan is 900. Papua is biggest, 1,030, more or less. This is more or less. This is okay. Next part. Percentage of the endemic species in Indonesia. Indonesia is archipelago country. Many small island, bigger island also. Maybe Papua and Kalimantan is bigger, depend on the area. For example, Sumatra, birds endemic is 2. Java is 7, mammal In Kalimantan, endemic is 48. Sulawesi is 60, and so on. Why the Sulawesi diversity mammal is biggest endemic species? Depend on another country. Because Sulawesi is one is Walasian zone, yeah, and second is many small island in the Sulawesi area, and also Sulawesi. This is influence distribution of the fauna from the Sundaik or Oriental. Also influence distribution of the fauna from the Australian or the Papua. This is next one. Big mammal endemic species. This is very important because big mammal need area to can survive. Yeah? For example, elephant. This is more or less home ring of the elephant is biggest. Depend on the tapir, for example. Sumatran tiger also have home range. Beaches depend on the another mammal, a big mammal. Because of that, this is the problem. Because development countries every time must be converse from the natural habitat, for example, forest, converse to the migration area, palm oil, also agricultural development. This is the problem. Yeah. Priority for the big mammal. Yeah. Javan rhino, Rhinoceros sondaicus, until now ready and still live in the national park of the Ujung Kulon. Long time ago in Vietnam country have, but now maybe extinct maybe. Yeah. This is problem for the big mammal and the big species. Also the tapir long time ago distribute from Indonesia, Sundaik zona, Sundaik region, Malaysia and Thailand, maybe Cambodia and Vietnam. Now, from the many information, some area is decline of the population. Maybe in the Vietnam, Cambodia, also the Thailand, also the Malaysia, but also in Indonesia. But until now, tapir in Java, rhino, and still exist. Priority in the conservation forest area, like the national park, wildlife reserve, also nature reserve in Indonesia. Like the Sumatran rhino, Dicercus sumatrensis in Indonesia, not only in Sumatra Island, but also in the Kalimantan. Until now exists the species, but the population also decline also the population because the habitat also decline of the area of the habitat. Yeah, many case of the situation. Next one. Yeah, this is the picture of the Javan tiger long time ago. The picture more or less 1,900 more or less the picture in Java. Long time ago, Javan tiger is not protected species, time ago, because many time Javan tiger come in the kampung, in the village, yeah, and eat of the child of the beef and the goat and so on and so on. This is very dangerous for the local community. This is the picture is the Javan tiger dead for the activities of the Netherlands people and so the local people. Now, until 1970, Javan tiger still live in the national park in the Meru Betiri. But after that, after the 1970, not any information the position of the Javan tiger. Because of that, the status of the Javan tiger now is extinct. Also with the Bali tiger also is extinct also. But Indonesia now still have Sumatran tiger. Next one. How the status of the species diversity based on the regulation in the Indonesia government. All the species, plant and the fauna, the status in the wild, yeah, like the conservation forest area in the forest. The status is protected and not protected, and protected until now live in the habitat of in protected area, and second habitat in cultivation area. What is habitat in protected area? This is the meaning of the habitat in protected area is one is the protected forest, second is conservation forest, like the national park, like the recreation forest, like the wildlife conservation, like this, like the also natural reserve or wildlife reserve also. Now, habitat in the cultivation area, this is a production forest. Production forest in Indonesia until now still managed, yeah, to produce of the logging, to produce of the some of the material to pulp and paper and so on. This is the habitat, natural habitat in protected species. And no protected species also live in the habitat of the protected and protected area, also in habitat in cultivation area. But the process in the wild to domestic species in Indonesia, some experience is like the banteng, Bali beef, for example. Long ago is wild species, but no is domestic species. Also the chicken also, wild chicken in the forest, no is also domestic. And in the world, many species, the status long time ago is wild, but no is domestic. Yeah, like the camel, yeah? Like also the many species from the like the pig also. This long time ago is wild, but no is domestic. Next part. This is a habitat distribution of the wild species, flora and fauna in Indonesia. Yeah, protected and not protected species. The color of the purple, this is a conservation area. Also the green is protected forest area. And the yellow is production forest area. Yeah. And another is development area, like the transmigration area, palm oil development, agriculture development, and so on and so on. And in all the my country, Indonesia, Papua is very beaches of the conservation area. Yeah. And also the protection forest. Yeah. In Papua. Yeah. But every island still have the very good priority in the conservation forest status, like the national park, like the nature reserve, also the wild reserve also. This situation and condition. Yeah, more or less conservation forest area is 27 million hectare. Protected forest area more or less 29 million hectare, and production forest more or less 70 million hectare. This is the situation, and this is a habitat of the biodiversity in the Indonesia. And all the status of the area is controlled by the government. And the conservation forest area controlled by central government, and the protected forest area controlled by central and the local government, provincial and the region or the region administrative. Production forest area controlled by government, central and also the province government. This is a policy of the Indonesia government to protect and to conserve all the biodiversity in the natural habitat in Indonesia country. Next part. The problem on the conservation biodiversity, the first may be impact of development, like the industry development, agriculture development, and so on. Second is deforestation. What for deforestation? Deforestation objective. One is to develop of the agriculture. Second, develop of the industry. Three, develop of the develop of the perkampungan, transmigration area. Yeah, this is the objective of the deforestation. Deforestation also the big issue in Indonesia, might be also in the world, because many definition of deforestation. But scientific definition is all activity change of the forest to another forest, to another function. Forest, no. After deforestation, not any forest. This is a deforestation. But government also give permit to change of the habitat from forest to another function, like from forest to another palm oil, from forest to agriculture. This is legal by permit from the government. Three is illegal logging and illegal fishing. Illegal fishing also is many problem. Also the problem in the every country, right? Maybe in the ASEAN it is a problem. Illegal logging until now also continuing the situation. And forest fire and pollution. Forest fire priority in the dry season. Usually some area is also some local people use of the fire to open area, to clean of the area, prepare to planting of the trees, prepare to planting of the padi, and so on and so on. Some community, some ethnic also have traditional knowledge, use of the fire to develop of the area, like the Daya ethnic. Yeah, usually every time they use of the fire to clean of the area, to prepare of the area in the dry season to plant of the padi. This is traditional knowledge from the ethnic. And the pollution, this is usually in the big city like the Jakarta, Surabaya. This is many cases of the pollution from the industries, from the household, from also the restaurant and hotel and so on and so on. The problem in the pollution is usually not direct influence from the diversity. Usually it's quality of the habitat of the species of the flora and fauna. And the pipe is global warming and climate change. This is the problem in the world, yeah, because all people in the country know is use of the some of the good, some of the car every time produce of the emission. This is a problem, yeah. This is problem. And the sixth is poverty. Many country with the high population like the Chinese, India, also Indonesia, maybe also in the Africa. Many people is the status poverty. Usually, the people is the status poverty usually depend on the natural resource. For example, forest. For example, fauna. Yeah, sometimes to achieve the material, yeah, to continuing of the life like the fish and the chicken and so on, he hunting in the forest. This is problem. And the seventh is law enforcement and policy. Law enforcement and policy is problem because some of the rule, some of the law, some of the acts is not synergy with between sector in the case of the Indonesia. This is the problem. Also the policy from the central and the government, sometimes any problem also. Also the perception, also the interpretation of the every policy in the from the central and the local government, how to manage, how to preserve the biodiversity. This is a problem also. Perception every staff government, office government, and the local people also sometimes different interpretation. Next one. This is a case of the deforestation in Sumatra. For example, in the left picture is a situation in the 1932. The green color is forest. In the 1980, the red is increase. The red is conversion from the forest and another function. And the 19 is 90 also, and 2000 is only a small area. This is a conservation forest area, the green color. Next one. The use of the utilization of the diversity, like the picture, for example, this is wood industry, yeah, rattan and medicinal plant. This is a situation in Indonesia. Yeah, this really many function, many value of the biodiversity. Yeah, flora and fauna. from the local people until the modern people. Yeah. Every time need material can support of the all activity, all the activity in the local people, or until the some people live in the city or the big city, and so on. Next one. This is a durian diversity of durian in Kalimantan Island. Many species durian in the Kalimantan, also the Sumatra. This is diversity and very good. Maybe the next time can develop, can produce new species, not only montong durian from the Thailand, musangking durian from the Thailand, Malaysia, but Indonesia many have species. And the picture in the right, this is durian tanah. Durian tanah. Durian tanah is, this is the picture I take in the Tembawang traditional garden, from the Dayak ethnics. This is in the Kapuas Hulu region, in Kalimantan Island. And the left, the durian, the color is the red is lahong, and lahong. This is not rambutan, this is durian. And the green is kerantungan. This is different species. And purple also. This is different. Usually, this is local ethnic, like the Dayak ethnic. Usually, concept of the species in the traditional garden, like the Tembawang, usually they plant in the near of the lamin, near of the traditional house in the Kalimantan. This is important, the value of the biodiversity. This is important seed genetic, seed species, atau bank genetic and the bank of the species in Kalimantan or Indonesia. Might be in every country, like the Cambodia, also the Malaysia, also the Vietnam, maybe have also some species of the fruit of the durian, also another fruit of the diversity of the plant. Okay, Pak. This is a mangrove ecosystem in Papua. I have research on the trade trip in the every country in ASEAN, like the Philippines, like the Malaysia, like the Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, and Chinese also. I compare every country. I think Indonesia, I think is have mangrove ecosystem natural is, I think is biggest and very good. Depend on the another country. The picture is from the Timika or Papua. This is natural primary forest. This one, not yet cutting this one. And this is if I compare with another country, this is very good. Depend on another country, and situation and condition until now still good and not converse, not cutting, and the status is national park, Lawrence. Okay, Pak. Next. My experience, how to improve the value of the diversity of the fauna. I have one research is Javan pangolin breeding and reproduction. This is a challenge in the captive breeding in the world, because until now not any researcher can develop success in breeding and reproduction. The success is Manis javanica. Next part. This is the picture as the Manis javanica or the pangolin. Focus research and development is how we can improve the technology with reproduce of the new generation. This is problem. Until now, not yet success. Until now. Next part. Now, this is a situation reason. In my faculty in IBB, Forestry Faculty in the IBB, started in 2011 when the trend of the pangolin vegetation as economic commodity increased in the line with the demand in international market. Like the Chinese market, this is need very very large, very high on the skin of the pangolin, because many Chinese people usually with a traditional herbal is very good for the increase of the status of the health and every people. Purification is done by harvesting directly from the natural habitat illegally without control and tend to increase this threatening the sustainability of the population. Because of the status of the penguin is a protected species and included as Appendix 2 CITES list, so there is a ban on direct harvesting from nature. This is problem. Many people need of the pangolin, but the status is protected in the world. This is problem. Next one. The best alternative solution and legally justified by the Indonesian legislation and the International Convention of the Protected Animal to be able to guarantee the sustainability of the population is nature and the sustainability of the benefit is through the development of the captive breeding. This is my research captive breeding until now is continuing, but not yet successful. Okay, Pak, next. This is habitat pangolin in North Sumatra, Indonesia. And the up on the picture, and the bottom is site of the nest hole of the pangolin in natural habitat in North Sumatra. Also the nest of the whole pangolin in the ground. Pangolin nest in the tree trunk. One is in the ground, but also sometimes in the tree trunk. Okay, Pak. Food of the pangolin in natural habitat is ant. This is Ordohera minoptera, termite, Ordo isoptera, red earth ant is Myrmicaria is the most preferential or preferable food. Until now, food for the pangolin is consists of the some species. Okay, Pak. Also, this habitat pangolin in West Java, Indonesia. In the bottom, in the below is whole nest of the pangolin is compared with whole nest of the hawk of the district. District as different species is different. Usually, as pangolin is more clean, depend on the district. This one, next one. This is a pangolin in captivity. E is a female one, B is male 2, and C is female 2, and D is male 2. This is the picture, male and female, and turning individually in each cake. Generally, pangolin was so adaptive in the artificial habitat. Okay, Pak. This is a rest activity of the pangolin in the captive cakes. The is in wood block, and B is log as indexment in cake. And the below is feeding activity of the pangolin in the captive cake. This is a situation research in the Dermaga campus, my faculty, until now continuing. And I hope maybe next year maybe successfully can produce of the new generation. Okay, Pak. Okay, next, Pak. This is part of the wash was used cover and cake using wash basin of bowl for drinking water and bathtub or bed container as activity in the cake. Now the picture is diversity also of the big mammal. For example, is buffalo, pig, beef, also the goat, also the deer, also the beef also. For example, this one is Indonesian name is a banteng, banteng. I think Balinese people is successfully domestic of the banteng. And commonly name look in Indonesia is sapi Bali. Sapi Bali. Historical is from the Bali ethnic success make domestication from the wild to domestic. And until now, sapi Bali is distributed from the North Sumatra, Aceh until the Papua. Very success, very success. And it's very good adaptive with the local habitat. Different with the another species from the India, from the Australia is different. This is very good adaptive system. Okay, Pak. Next. Yeah, prevention and the control, prevention of the control of biodiversity problem. I think from based on the problem of the biodiversity conservation, also the value of the biodiversity, I think it's very good. We must make the strategy how to prevent and control of the biodiversity problem. One is improve capacity of the human resource because many local people not have not have knowledge enough to can support of the conservation of the biodiversity. And second is coordination and synergy policy between sector and the government. Also the level of government, central until the local government. Also between stakeholder like from between the researcher, between the academic people, between on the NGO, between the local people, between on the staff of government. This is must be synergy, perception and activity. And three is improve research and the technology of the concept. Like the pangolin must be this is assembled to improve research and technology to captive breeding. Four is improve and development of the ex situ conservation, like the pangolin, sapi Bali. I think it's very good success story. And the five is the improve of the system concept of the information, like the now. I think it's beautiful initiation very good activity. How prevention, how distribution of the information, distribution of the knowledge, how strategy and concept of biodiversity in the world or in the country or in every country. This is very important. And six is monitoring and law enforcement. Monitoring might be as responsible every people, every country, every stakeholder. Yeah? Must be monitored how the situation or condition of the biodiversity, plant or the flora and the fauna in the wild habitat, wild area, also in the agriculture or the in the palm oil and so on. I think it's very good. Also the law enforcement maybe not only the government responsibility, but also the local people have responsibility to improve the law enforcement. Okay, Pak. This is the example how to make a golden rice. Yeah, this is very important. The example how the value of the biodiversity. Yeah, in the forest is wide diversity, but in the agriculture is processing from the wild to domestic. Time to time, genetic must be improved because time to time also any erosion of the capacity of genetic can be adaptive of the situation like the environment, because environment in the world every time also change with the issue of the global warming climate change. This is very important to anticipation. Yeah, researcher and another stakeholder must be improved research to make new regeneration, to make new genetic, to make new species can be successfully to produce of the paddy, rice, or to produce of the meat, to produce of the some of the herbal. This is very important to sustainability of the life of the human. This is very important. For example, in my country, for example, local people, local ethnic like the Dayak, yeah, like the Papua, like also the Kubu in the Sumatra, have traditional knowledge. For example, in Dayak, until now, the activity every year is planting of the paddy, local paddy, yeah, local paddy or local rice. Usually, one area more or less, not only one species, but maybe in Japanese, yeah, this only one species, new generation. But in the Dayak, not new generation, but this local species in one area more than 3 or 5 species. Yeah, this is a situation in condition. Because of that, I think researcher and the local ethnic must be agreement and join to identification of the local species. Yeah, to produce of the new species or the new genetic or to produce of the high production of the rice. Okay, Pak. This is a situation transboundary movement of the male and female of the turtle. This is transboundary issue of the biodiversity. Next, Pak. Dipencet lagi, Pak. This is result of the research from my friend. This is Pak Kamarudin Ibrahim from the Malaysia. Yeah, they research of the turtle in the Pulau Redang in the Terengganu, near Terengganu. They make the radio telemetry to monitoring of the distribution of the turtle. From the Pulau Redang distribution, some species go to the Pulau Bangka Island, Indonesia, and some species also go to Puksuk Island in the Philippines, and some species also go to the Sabah. This is transboundary movement of the turtle. Biodiversity might be some species is transboundary movement, like the turtle, like the bird, like the fish also. Because of that, all the researchers, all the country, like the ASEAN, must be agreement to concept on the biodiversity with the issue is transboundary movement, like the turtle, like the bird, yeah, migratory bird, and so on and so on. This is very important. This is very important because if not any agreement between the country, I think very dangerous for the sustainability of the species. Because if the Malaysian is protected, if the Sabah not protected, I think can make a decline of the population and maybe also the extinct of the species and so on and so on and so on. Okay, bye. Conclusion of my or presentation of the biodiversity conservation is one is biodiversity, genetic space ecosystem is very important for the sustainable development and human life. And second, conservation is science and art in carrying out sustainable biodiversity management. And three is conservation strategy of biodiversity with action. Save it, study it, and use it. This is also the activity is to protect, preserve, and utilization. And four is biodiversity problem is impact on the development, industry, agriculture, and so on. Deforestation, illegal logging, illegal fishing, forest fire and pollution, global warming and climate change, also poverty, law enforcement, and the policy. Next, Pak. Prevention and control of the biodiversity problem is improve capacity of human resource, coordination and synergy policy between many stakeholders, many countries also, improve research and technology to conserve biodiversity, improve and develop ex situ conservation like the pangolin case and sabi Bali case, improve on the system conservation concept information. Yeah, I think it's very important. Also monitoring and law enforcement. And four is research collaboration and technology development is needed in the conservation of biodiversity among all countries in the world. Okay, Pak. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Pak Neto. Such a thorough presentation on biodiversity conservation. So I believe Pak Neto have already given us some points about the biodiversity conservation opportunity or challenges, yes, especially also in not necessarily in remote area, but yes, also in urban area, just the environment near us, because there are a lot of challenges around us, yes, such as development, yeah, poverty, and what is it, and many other. Perhaps my question before we move on to the participants. How can we, as a perhaps normal person, I mean, or a person who works in an office like this one, to help to promote or to help with the biodiversity conservation process?
Yeah, I think very good challenge for the participant is how every participant can make the formulation, yeah, to improve the perception, to improve the capacity every people in the city until the village, yeah, to support biodiversity conservation, yeah, not only in the wild but also in the domestic. This is very important.
Thank you, Pak. So, perhaps is there any question from the participants? If you have question, you can just unmute yourself. Bisa boleh pakai bahasa Indonesia, nanti bisa dibantu translate.
Jangan nggak nyambung.
Oke, mungkin Bapak Ibu sudah ada ide nanti mau ngangkat tema apa ini, topik apa? Halo, Mas Andri.
Ada. Can you show some video?
Culture Conservation
Indonesia.
Okay, this is the question from SMK 1 Bawang. Perhaps some example, Pak, ya?
Yeah.
About the cultural conservation in Indonesia.
Yeah. Yeah. I can give explain about the about the culture conservation in Indonesia. Indonesia government have policy to conserve on the culture conservation in the Indonesia. For example, in the Kapuas Hulu regions in West Kalimantan Province have policy every tembawang, also lamin, lamin is long household, long home, the house is very long, and the content of the long house is many plant, many kepala keluarga, many plants, many plants. This is a culture conservation. One is a building of and second is tembawang is traditional garden. The content of the traditional garden is many species, like the picture durian, also the many rambutan and so on, many the species in the traditional garden. And the local government, like the Kapuas Hulu region, make a policy protect on the tembawang and protect on the lamin. This is for example. Itu. Also the art of the Dayak ethnic also to be protected and improving to make the new apa itu mata pencarian to make income, to improving income, for example the apa itu Pak? Shape atau ukiran itu. Rafting. So this is a culture of the conservation, Itu. Also in the Papua, for example, Papua is culture conservation. Asmat also the policy of the government to improving the activity to conserve the culture. Asmat ethnic, with the carving, patung, and so on. This is also in the Java ethnics, like the batik. This is culture conservation. Also the in the North Sumatra and the West Sumatra, this is also the culture conservation. This is with the food, also the gift, also the art, This is many activity. Because of that, like in Java, for example, maybe all participants know the wayang kulit. know the reok, and know the and so on, the traditional knowledge and traditional art. Yeah, this is culture conservation. And culture conservation, I think any correlation with the natural resource conservation. For example, reok, yeah, reok in Ponorogo, yeah, reok in Ponorogo is correlation with the bird, yeah, in the natural habitat, merak, yeah, bird. This is very any correlation, yeah, because also the tiger conservation, because to support the activity art of the reok, need on the skin of the tiger, also the of the bird merak. This is very important. Yeah, Pak Simon, this one.
Yeah, thank you. Talking about culture, I believe it is also an important topic to be brought out as a movie, right?
Yeah.
Like in West Java, remember there's Badui,
Badui, yeah.
how they treat nature, and so perhaps you can make a movie so you can take some like memories from them.
Yeah.
Okay, perhaps any question from the participants? Okay, if you have any question, you can type it in the chat box or unmute yourself and speak directly. Okay guys, if you have any ideas on what you will choose as a topic for your movies, I believe this is a great opportunity to collaborate directly with Pak Nyoto. Can we put this culture conservation to our short video or documentary? I believe as long as
Is there any way we
yeah, from SMK 1 Bawang again. So can we put this culture conservation to our short video or documentary?
Nggak punya.
I believe that's a different thing, right? Culture and biodiversity conservation.
Yeah.
But if you can make a link or correlate between the two,
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah, I think I'm not have video, yeah, culture conservation, yeah, but I only can explain about the culture conservation, yeah, like the last time I give you explain about the culture conservation, what is the content and scope of the culture conservation, yeah. Because the scope of the conservation is not only the natural resource but also the culture. Culture is interaction from the people and the natural resource. For example, in the Badui ethnic, every time interaction with the forest. Daya ethnic every time interaction with the forest. Yeah. Result of the interaction usually any activity, any art, any the value of the culture. For example, the dance of the Dayak. Yeah. One of the dance of the Dayak is like the bird dancing. Yeah. Like the bird dancing before the mating. Yeah. Before the mating, bird is dancing. Like also the Papua also, cendrawasih bird. before the mating, male and female, the male is dancing. Also the merak bird, before the mating, the male of the bird is dancing. Dancing. Many species like the merak, wow, bird in the Sumatra and Kalimantan. Maybe if you know in the natural habitat, before the mating, female and male, the male is mating with the attraction, usually. This is to give information and can increase of the interesting of the female bird can come on the male, and after that if near of the situation it is mating, male and female of the bird. This is activity in the species of the bird in the natural habitat. This is local people is give a new idea, new idea, give idea of the local people and expression with dancing, with dancing. Also in Java, in Japanese I think also any dancing is the name is tarian merak, for example. This is also expression of the value of the culture. This is a result of the interaction of the people with the biodiversity in the natural habitat. This is also in every country, for example, Japanese, for example. Any dancing, this is illustration how activity local village, get of the sun of the diversity of the bird, hunting or fishing, hunting of the bird, and this is a new value and adapted with the culture, expression with the dancing, for example, this one. This is very very important maybe to how we can see that this is biodiversity very important because biodiversity also time to time give idea from the local people in the world, give new idea from the nation in the world to result of the dancing, to result of the maybe technology and so on. Like the bird, migratory bird, this is not only island to island, because from the Asia to the Australia, it's very long distance. Some researcher, this is analysis why bird can fly very long distance. This is also give expression, give value to produce on the airline, 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 pesawat terbang. This is a very important biodiversity value, for the supporting the life human. This is if in the world not anybody today, maybe all the life is I think is broke and the dead and finished. This is very important.
Okay, so I think if you want to choose the cultural conservation, I think you have to find a way to package that movie so that the viewers, your viewers will, when they watch your movie, they will say, this culture can support biodiversity conservation. Okay.
Materi.
Dari Kamil, is there any way to download the presentation? We will upload the presentations and also the video recording to our website in biocrop.org/video contest, and we'll also send the link to the WhatsApp group. So if any of you haven't joined the WhatsApp group, I highly recommend you to do so because most information are given in there. Okay, a question from SMK 1 Pangkep. SMK 1 Pangkep. Udah keluar. SMK 1 Pangkal. Halo SMK 1 Pangkal. Halo SMK 1 Pangkal. You can ask your question now. Halo SMK 1 Pangkal. Perhaps from SMP 2 Masaran. Ada pertanyaan? SMK PP Kutacani. Okay, I think there are no further questions, Pak Nyoto.
Yes.
So, thank you very much for your presentation and explanation. So, perhaps you can give closing remarks.
Thank you very much all participants. Good afternoon. Selamat sore.
Okay. Thank you everyone for joining our session. So, yeah, we will upload the materials after this and see you again on next Tuesday. Goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.